Hello, good morning, dear students. Welcome to online classes. This is Pinnanti Ramreddy, lecturer in English, Government Degree College, Mahabubabad. Today, our topic is soft skills and emotional intelligence, the part of soft skills. The soft skills are playing a vital role in our day to day life. Here, the person who is having the soft skills, he can handle any kind of situation anywhere in the world. So let us discuss what are the soft skills, and after that emotional intelligence. Now, the soft skills are a combination of people skills, social skills, communication skills, character or personality traits, attributes, career attributes, social intelligence and emotional intelligence, questions, among others, that enable people to navigate their environment, work well with others, perform well, and achieve their goals with complementary hard skills. See, what are the soft skills? The soft skills are the combination of people skills. What do you mean by people skills? What we have the skills to interact with others in the soft corner with positive corner, they are called the soft skills. And social skills, social skills means there we use as the communication skills, and it develops character and personality. What the person who is having the positive soft skills, it develops the personality of the person and traits, attributes, and it is very much useful in our career where we work there. And social intelligence and emotional intelligence questions, among others. Everybody should have these soft skills to communicate with all the people, which are very much useful for us to communicate in our day-to-day life, that enable people to navigate their environment. A person who is having the soft skills, he can create his environment in positive corner, and also he can work with other people in better way, and he can perform his work well, and achieve the goals. What are the goals he was decided, he can achieve very easily the goals with the help of soft skills and with complementary hard skills. And as per the Collins dictionary, the Collins dictionary has a definition on soft skills. What is the definition of the soft skills by Collins dictionary? Let us see. Soft skills as desirable qualities for certain forms of employment that do not depend on acquired knowledge. They include common sense, the ability to deal with people, and a positive, flexible attitude. Here, soft skills as desirable qualities for certain forms of employment that do not depend on acquired knowledge. Here, soft skills means those are not the eligibility qualities. Soft skills are desirable qualities which are very much helpful for us to work at, to function where we do the work. Those forms are the qualities for certain forms of employment that do not depend on acquired knowledge. The soft skills, they won't depend on the knowledge, just it is different from the knowledge. They include common sense. Actually, the soft skills include what? Common sense. Actually, what is the common sense? In general meaning, common sense means which we feel to respond as per the situation in positive corner, it is called common sense. And the ability to deal with people, the soft skills develops us to deal with other peoples. It means the ability it is developing in us, and a positive, flexible attitude. These are we can make with the help of soft skills, the flexibilityness, as per the situation, how we should respond and everything. This soft skill will help us. And the importance of soft skills, these skills in the fact that they are not restricted to a specific field. Actually these soft skills are not restricted in a specific field. Example, the software employees should have the soft skills. It's not correct. The soft skills are required to anybody, means any profession we should learn the soft skills, should have the soft skills to do his profession in better way. These skills in the fact that they are not restricted to a specific field. These things, thinking dispositions, consist of a group of abilities that can be used in every aspect of people's lives without any need to readapt them based on the situation. Their adaptability helps people do adapt with the and behave positively so that they can deal effectively with the challenges of their professional and everyday life. Skills make people flexible in a world which keeps changing. So the fact that they are not restricted to a specific field, it means the soft skills are not restricted to do in a specific field. In any field, the soft skills are desirable. These thinking dispositions consist of a group of abilities that can be used in every aspect of people's lives. Means in whatever we do the activity, there we require the soft skills. We can, when we have good soft skills, we can do the work in positive way and in successful way. Their ductility ductility helps people do adaptive and behave positively. These soft skills, when we develop the soft skills in us, those changes our behavior, and those skills will develop us the positiveness and the positivity so that they can deal effectively with the challenges of their professional. When we are having the positive skills, then we can engage any kind of challenges we face in our field with in our profession with challenging, and also in our everyday life. These soft skills make people flexible in a world which keeps changing. When we have these soft skills, the soft skills make us flexible to survive anywhere of the world with getting changing update from day to day. As per the situation, we can change our attitudes. Now, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to deal in a mature and understanding way with others in all situations, however challenging. The emotional intelligence is also, it is the ability to deal in a mature and understanding way with others in all situations. Everybody will have the emotions, but the emotions should have the intelligence. When we have the emotional intelligence, we can solve our problems with any kind of situation with anybody, with taking challenge. One requirement of for emotional intelligence is what we call self awareness. The emotional intelligence require the self awareness. What is self awareness? A person needs to have a sense of self awareness and understanding of his or her own strengths and weaknesses to be able to handle constructive criticism from others. Here, self awareness means we should have our own ideas. What are the strengths of us and what are the weaknesses of us? Then only we can avoid the criticism from other peoples, and we can do the things, we can do the work in a better way. Being able to maturely handle emotion and exercise restraint is important in all relationships. So when we have this emotional maturity, we can do the things in better way, and we can develop, improve the relationship with all the people. People who have this ability are said to be self-regulated. Who are having this self-awareness, they are called as the self-regulated peoples. Means when we know what are the strengths of us and what are the weaknesses of us, as per the situation there is the scope to respond. Now, people who are emotionally intelligent are also self-motivated, and the people who are having the emotional intelligence, the second type is self motivated. They are usually resilient and optimistic when they encounter disappointment and are driven by an inner ambition rather than by other considerations. The self motivation means here we should have the people who are having the optimistic ideology, they are called self motivated. In any kind of situation, though they get some disappointment incidents in their life, though they failed, but they feel by next time we can success, there is the scope to success. It means it is called the hopeful way on the future, that is called self motivated intelligence. Those type of people driven by an inner ambition, means they have some inner ambition to reach their goal. For example, our politicians are there, they defeat so many times, but they won't disappoint. Again, they go for election. With the optimistic way, definitely we may win in these elections. And some IAS officers, some civil service peoples, they tried so many times to get the civils, and the scientists also, they tried a lot of times, but they were failed. But finally, they will be get success with self motivation. Once they disappoint, they stop to do the invention. They won't get the result. That is the self motivated. Means when we have the self motivated, we can live with optimistic ideology, and we can reach our goal on any in our future. Those who have empathy are able to connect more easily than others with people around them, and they show genuine consideration for others' problems. This ability is important in effective relationships and for crisis management. This is also more and more important when the people are there, they should also concentrate on other people's problems and what they are facing. This is especially for the boss in the office. The boss are required these skills. Now, social consciousness. These social consciousness also are having some other subtopics. Now let us see what are they. Conversational skills, knowledge of social roles and rules, effective listening skills, empathy, patience, conflict resolution, positive mood. These are the social consciousness. Now let us see what is social consciousness. Social consciousness is an awareness of others in a society. It is a sense of responsibility to help improve society by addressing social injustices and helping and cooperating with others. It develops from experience with people and learning from success and failures in social settings. This is a broad concept. Social consciousness means, in other words, we can say as social responsibility. When the people are having the social awareness on the society, they can have the responsibility to help others, to improve society by addressing social injustice. Here and there we can see a lot of social injustice happening. The person who is having the social responsibility should go there and involve there and try to avoid the social injustice there and help the people who are not aware, and we should cooperate with them. Then only those people will get some benefits, and people will become success. It develops from experience with the people and learning from success and failures in social settings. And what we are doing, it is, and whether we are in right way or wrong way, it is only possible when we involve in the social activities. Employees were earlier treated and looked upon as service providers. In earlier period, means in 10, 15, 20 years back, the employees are treated as the service providers. However, now employees are recognized as an organization's key assets. Earlier, those are the service providers. Now, the organizations are treating these employees are the key assets to run these organizations. Without the employees, those organizations cannot run. These changes have come due to companies adopting the application of social consciousness in their day to day routines at the workplace. How these changes have been seen? Because they have that companies have initiated to take the social consciousness in their day to day routines at their workplace. In order to lead a meaningful life and in order to connect with others, you need to develop effective skills. It means in our day to day life, whether at your local place or whether at your job place, we need the skills, effective skills, to develop the communication skills, to get the connections with other peoples, and to lead our life in a meaningful way. That social responsibility is more and more important. In many situations, messages are sent to others via postures, movements, gestures, facial expressions, eye contact, tone of voice, etc. These are the more and more important in our day to day presentation. That postures, movements, your personality will be judged by even by your movements in the society and your gestures and facial expressions, how you are feeling, how you are responding, how you are receiving, everything will be seen through your facial expressions and through your eye contact and tone of voice, how you are taking them. Many tend to believe that only good looks and good clothes are sufficient to send a suitable message across, but one's personality counts. One's friendliness, effectiveness, assurance, kindness, and empathy comes across in all interactions, and these constitute social intelligence too. Earlier, only the good clothes are and good looks and good clothes are sufficient, but now totally it has been changed. The personality the counts, our friendliness and effectiveness, assurance, kindness on the people, and empathy comes across in all interactions. All these are playing a vital role to decide your personality in our day-to-day communication and at workplace, at your residence place, at anywhere. These factors will be decided your personality, and they are having some key elements. What are the key elements? Let us see. Conversational skills. What are the conversational skills? Fluency and conversational skills play in an important role in interactions with people. These conversation skills are more important because we should have fluency, and also the conversation skill, important to role interactions with people. When we have the fluency, we can interact with all the people with easy way, and having the ability to interact with different kinds of people and carry on conversations with them is important for social consciousness. And also we can we should have the ability to interact with different kinds of peoples and carry on conversations with them is important for social consciousness. This is only possible when we are having the conversation skills. Conversations leads to understanding. Now the second one is knowledge of social roles and rules. Knowledge of social roles and rules means social awareness plays a significant role in one's profession and thereby in one's social interactions. If you feel comfortable with different kinds of people, you feel you will feel socially confident and effective. This is important for an employer too. Social awareness plays a significant role. It means we should have the social awareness which is playing an important role in our profession, in anybody's profession, and thereby in one's social interactions. And it is helpful us to interact with other peoples in our society. If you feel comfortable with different kinds of people, you will feel socially confident and effective. When you are interacting with other peoples, then when you feel I am comfort with all the people, then you can feel I have the effective social skills. This is important for an employer too. This is very much important to an employee and to an employer. And now effective skills, listening skills. Listening with empathy is important in all social interactions and is a skill which needs to be cultivated. In our last lesson, we discussed regarding the listening skills. Listening is also the more important skill, and which is very much useful to interact with other peoples, because we should, when we listen effectively, we can interact effectively with other peoples. Next, empathy. Empathy, it is important to empathize. That is, you should be able to put yourself in the shoes of another and feel from that person's point of view. When you are having the empathy, then the speaker or the other person, he won't get any kind of discomfort, because already you are feeling from him side, so you can understand very easily what he are saying, what he is presenting, and everything. It becomes very easy. This makes for caring and lasting relationships, and it helps us to get the relations with other peoples, and is an essential part of social consciousness. It is very very essential in our social conscious part. Patience. Maintaining an even temper and practicing restraint in all situations is important too. Which is more important, the patience. We should have the great patience. We should maintain the patience every time to listen or to share. For everything, we should have the patience. Next, conflict resolution. One should be able to resolve conflicts that may arise among colleagues, neighbors, friends, etc., and clarify points of conflict effectively. This is also the very useful to the employer or to the employee, the conflict management, conflict resolution, because the different people have to work together at same place. Then the different people are having different opinions, different feelings, then definitely they will get some conflict on any issue. By the time, we should have the effective skills to resolve the problems, to show the solutions with conflict resolution. So there we should have the we should be able to resolve conflicts that may arise among colleagues. Definitely some conflicts will arise among the colleagues, means at job place, we should solve the problems among the colleagues, and also at neighborings in our local area with other peoples also we get some conflicts, and among the friends we get some conflicts, etc. It means wherever we go, definitely we get some conflict. But there, when we have the social consciousness or soft skills, we can resolve the conflicts and clarify points of conflict effectively. Positive mode, which is very much important in our life, in human beings life especially. A positive attitude goes a long way in rallying support to help resolve conflicts and tackle difficult issues which no one wants to address. This is a very much useful. The positive attitude goes a long way in rallying support to help resolve conflicts. When we are having the positive mode, we can resolve any kind of conflict anywhere, any place, and tackle with difficult issues. The positive mood people, positive thinking people can tackle the things in any kind of difficulty, problems we can tackle which no one wants to address. Thank you, friends. Thank you, dear students, for having the great patience to listen in this pandemic situation. Let's meet again tomorrow by morning with another useful lesson. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.